Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. And today we are going to solve one question from Jest. Okay, let us read the question. A particle of mass m is moving in a circular path of constant radiation such that its centripetal acceleration is varying with time like this. Okay, and here k is a constant. The power delivered to the particle by the force acting on it is. We have to find out the power. Okay, as the question you are saying that the centripetal acceleration is the function of k square r and t square. Here k is constant, r is also constant, radius, but t is the time. So the acceleration is the function of time. So you can say this is the non-uniform circular motion. So do you know the case of uniform and non-uniform circular motion? Uh, I know you all know, but I am trying to revise it again. Uniform circular motion. What happened in uniform circular motion? As the name suggests, uniform, so acceleration must be constant. Okay, and that is independent of time. And in uniform circular motion, suppose if a particle of mass m is moving in a circular motion like this, suppose here mass m, and this is the center, and its radius is r, and that is constant. Suppose that particle is moving like this, then it will experience a force that is towards its center, that is you can call it centripetal acceleration. For that the force will be centripetal force, and it's constantly accelerated, constantly changing its velocity, and that velocity is like this, perpendicular to centripetal acceleration, like this. So suppose that is v1 vector at this point. At every point it gets changing its velocity, direction of velocity. Suppose this is v2 at this position, and the centripetal acceleration is towards the center like this. See here the speed, that implies the magnitude of v1 is equal to magnitude of v2. Okay, speed remains same, but the direction, that is velocity, is not equal to v2. Velocity is changing constantly. Okay, and for this it is experience force also. So this is f1 and this is f2 for this. Then it's also same that f1 vector magnitude equal to f2 vector magnitude, but its f1 vector is not equal to f2 vector due to direction changing. Its vector direction is vector thing is not same. Okay, this is the case of uniform circular motion. And another thing, and in uniform circular motion, the only thing is centripetal acceleration. Here no other acceleration. Okay, and that centripetal acceleration is v square by r. Keep in mind, so centripetal force will be mv square by r, as you know. And then, and as you know, the power delivered, that is power is equal to force into velocity. See, the force is the centripetal force, so the angle between the force and velocity is 90 degree. So power delivered will be 0 for this case. Okay, and let us see in a non-uniform circular motion what it happens. Non-uniform circular motion. Okay, as the name non-uniform, that means the acceleration must be depending on time factor. Okay, and the thing is, see the figure. If here is the mass, one particle is moving, then it will experience two component of force. One component is towards the center, that is the centripetal force, and another component is along the velocity vector, that is tangential force. So there will be two acceleration, that is the centripetal acceleration and one is the tangential acceleration. And if you draw the resultant acceleration, and that is making an angle theta with the tangential force, so this is a resultant acceleration. So the resultant acceleration will be a t square plus ac square root. Okay, and see in tangential acceleration what happen, or centripetal acceleration what happen. In centripetal, due to centripetal force, the direction changes. Okay, but due to tangential force, the speed of the particle changes, and this is the case of non-uniform circular motion. So the tangential force will be m into a tangential, and the a tangential is d v vector by dt. Okay, and this is the case. As you can see, if you find out the resultant force, the resultant force will be tangential force square plus centripetal force square whole root. And another thing, if you want to the direction, so the tan theta will be centripetal acceleration by tangential acceleration. Okay, and then we get to know the case of uniform and non-uniform acceleration. Here we can find out easily the thing. According to the question, the centripetal acceleration is equal to k square r square t square. Sorry, k square r and t. K square r and t, and you can find the centripetal acceleration. Okay, the centripetal force is mv square by r. Okay, and the centripetal acceleration is v square by r. From here you can find out the v. So v square by r is equal to k square r t square. So v square will be k square r square t square. That implies v is equal to k r t. Okay. And then the tangential force is equal to mass into tangential acceleration. Okay, and the tangential acceleration is equal to dv by dt. Here we get the v, velocity. So the thing will be mkr. And here the total power radiated due to circular motion is due to the work done due to power due to centripetal force and due to tangential force. But here the due to centripetal force the power is 0. We see the here, okay, because the force and velocity are in 90-degree angle. So the total power is equal to force due to tangential into velocity. Okay, and the tangential force is mkr and the velocity is krt. So the total will be m k square r square t. Is the answer is the power delivered, okay, in circular motion, non-uniform. And then One extra thing I am adding that if there is asking the average power is work done by time, and the work done, work done is the force into a displacement, and the displacement you can find out from this equation that is equal to ut plus half at square. If the initial velocity is 0, then the displacement you can find by half at square, and here a is the tangential acceleration. Okay, from this you can find, and the average power is work done by time. From this you can find. Okay, and I have already explained all the things. So thank you. Keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.